more beds for MIAPs and ICUs as virus surge continues. Gaza death toll climbs as Israeli air raids continue. Welcome to Updates at Noon with me, Brendan Lepore. We begin with flood situation in Melaka. The number of people affected by flood in the state has increased to 554 as of 8 a.m. today. According to the Melaka Malaysian Civil Defence Force Director, Lieutenant Colonel Cuthbert John Martin, Quadra 7 temporary relief centres (PPS) have been opened at 3 districts in the state to accommodate evacuees. Explaining further, Lieutenant Colonel Cuthbert said 5 of them were open in Melaka Tengah and 1 each in Alor and Jasin. In Melaka Tengah, PPS SMK Bukit Rambai houses 45 people from 6 families as of this morning, a decrease from 102 individuals last night. PPS SMK Tun Mutahir recorded an increase in the number of people seeking shelter from 174 people last night to 185 today. Meanwhile, PPS SRA Jaim in Tanjung Minya accommodated 64 people, and PPS SKI Molek saw 139 individuals taking shelter at the PPS. In Jasin, PPS SJKC Syuhyen currently houses 66 people, and PPS Dewan Japerun Durian Tunggal in Alor is providing shelter for 55 people from 13 families. The government will increase the capacity of the MIAPS COVID-19 Quarantine and Low Risk Treatment Centre (PKRC) in Serdang to ease the pressure on hospitals. Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Adham Baba said that the capacity of the PKRC could be increased to 10,000 patients.
Kita setakat ini telah menempatkan hampir 4,000 kes-kes kategori 1, 2 dan ada 1,000 katil untuk kategori 3 yang boleh ditempatkan. Ini untuk mengurangkan tekanan di hospital-hospital awam dan swasta, di mana kategori 3 yang sebelum ini dimasukkan ke hospital kerajaan ataupun swasta.
The minister said efforts to increase bed capacity in hospitals and intensive care units (ICUs) were also being actively carried out in the Klang Valley. He said more beds were being set up in the training hospitals in University Technology Mara, in Sungai Buloh and Puncak Alam, as well as in Serdang, apart from building modular ICUs in several places. Care centres for persons with disabilities (OKU) that are not registered with the Social Welfare Department (JKM) have been asked to register individuals under their care for Phase 2 of the National COVID-19 Immunisation Programme, which has started since 19 April. Senator Dato' Ras Ariba Razis said this is important to ensure that the OKU community, which has been categorised as among vulnerable groups, will not be sidelined in the vaccination programme, thus helping to reduce the spread of the infectious disease and the risk of complications among them. In a statement, Dato' Ras Ariba said she would ask for assistance from Coordinating Minister Khairi Jamaluddin to give consideration to include OKU care centres that are not registered with JKM for the AstraZeneca vaccine registration, which will begin on 23rd May, just like old folks' homes. She said that as of December 2020, there were almost 52 OKU care centres nationwide that were not registered with JKM. Meanwhile, she hoped that the government would expedite the vaccination process for the OKU group, especially those living in rural areas. Dato' Ras Ariba also expressed appreciation to Special Committee on COVID-19 Vaccine Supply Access Guarantee for the disabled-friendly facilities provided at most vaccination centres throughout the country. Malaysia recorded its highest number of daily COVID-19 related deaths yesterday with 45 fatalities, while new cases rose to 4,446 from 3,780 reported on Sunday. Now, the deaths involve individuals aged between 36 and 90. Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah, in a statement, said that Selangor recorded the highest number of fatalities at 20, followed by 4 in each Kuala Lumpur and Kelantan, Kedah 3, Perak 3, Johor 3, Negeri Sembilan 2, Melaka 2, and 1 each in Pahang, Penang, Sarawak, and Sabah. Selangor reported the highest daily infections with 1,650 cases, followed by Sarawak 433 and Johor 391, while Perlis and Labuan did not record any new cases. A total of 522 patients are currently being treated in the intensive care units ICU, with 273 of them requiring ventilator support, while the total number of active cases stand at 43,506. He said 40 new clusters were detected yesterday, with 7 involving the community, 4 religious-related clusters, and 3 at workplaces. The Royal Malaysia Police, PDRM, is always alert and takes the necessary step to boost the level of security to ensure security and public order in this country. Inspector General of Police, Datuk Sri Akril Sani Abdullah Sani, said PDRM viewed seriously the security threat issued by Israel against the leaders of the Palestinian struggle around the world, including Malaysia. In a statement last night, Datuk Sri Akril Sani said PDRM would always take the necessary action to boost the level of security control from all aspects. He said PDRM will continue to monitor the issue from time to time to avoid any untoward incident from taking place. In this regard, he advised the public to stay calm following the threats issued by Israel. On Sunday, an allegation that the Israeli Secret Service would get rid of Palestinian leaders all over the world, including in Malaysia, went viral on the social media. Now, the police have crippled a drug trafficking syndicate with the seizure of 104.6 kilograms of drugs worth 4.2 million ringgit and arrests of 4 people in 2 separate raids in Melaka and Johor on 12 and 13 May. Melaka Police Chief Dato' Abdul Majid Muhammad Ali said all suspects, aged between 33 and 50, including a chemist, were detained in an operation dubbed Pasat Dua, conducted with the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, MMEA. Dato' Abdul Majid said the drugs were found inside a Volkswagen Passat car, hidden between the back seats and the boot, which was modified to avoid being detected by the authorities. He said the first arrest at about 5:30 p.m. on 12 May involved 2 men who were on their way to Tanjung Kling. In the second raid at 6:24 a.m. the next day, the police nabbed the 40-year-old chemist and his girlfriend at a house in Muar, Johor. He said the syndicate, believed to be active in drug trafficking across the country since a year ago, managed to pass roadblocks by using a fake letter from the International Trade and Industry Ministry. The drugs are believed to be distributed overseas. All suspects are being remanded for 7 days until tomorrow. FAM seek fair ruling from FIFA over South Korea withdrawal. That and more after this. The Football Association of Malaysia, FAM, sent an official appeal letter to FIFA, the football world governing body, requesting a fair and equitable ruling following the withdrawal of North Korea from the 2022 World Cup, 2023 Asian Cup qualifiers. Now, FAM Secretary General Stuart Ramalingam said in a statement that the FAM is asking FIFA to make a decision that is fair for all teams competing in the second round qualifiers beginning next month. Stuart explained that North Korea's withdrawal has led to various possibilities, including the points against the last-place team not being included in the tally. In the appeal letter, FAM also stressed that FIFA comes up with a solution or ruling that emphasizes fair play and takes the factor of sports integrity into consideration. The Asian Football Confederation, AFC, on Sunday confirmed that the North Korea Football Association withdrew from the 2022 World Cup, 2023 Asian Cup qualifiers and would refer the matter to FIFA. North Korea, which was in Group H, with leaders Turkmenistan, South Korea, Lebanon and Sri Lanka, was scheduled to finish the remaining group matches in South Korea. Southeast Asian discus champion Muhammad Irfan Shamsuddin wants more national athletes to be sent overseas for competitions or training regularly so that they can fully realize their potential and talent. The 25-year-old who holds the national discus record at 62.55 meters also urged fellow athletes to be bold in voicing out their needs to national sports associations or the National Sports Council (NSC) for the sake of their own progress in sports. The four-time SEA Games champion said he was making this call not out of self-interest but for the common good of athletes, especially those who face problems but didn't want to speak up. Muhammad Irfan said he knew of some athletes, especially backup athletes, who quit because they lacked motivation and could not deal with problems. He questioned why efforts were not made to stop athletes with potential from quitting after they decided to throw in the towel when their requests were not fulfilled. Muhammad Irfan, who is known to be vocal in raising issues affecting the sport, has had his fair share of run-ins with sports authorities. He took his grouses to social media after the contract of his former coach František Petrovic was terminated and when there was a delay in approving his applications to train in the Czech Republic and Turkey in 2019. Subsequently, he himself financed his 85-day training stint in the Czech Republic at an estimated cost of more than 100,000 ringgit. His action was criticized by NSC and the Malaysian Athletics Federation, but the matter eventually blew over. With that, we end today's updates at noon. In our top story, more beds for MyApps at ICUs as virus surge continues. Tune in to news at 10 coming up at 10 p.m. on My Freeview saluran Berita RTM channel 123. You can also stream the channel via RTM Click's mobile app and website. Thank you for watching. I'm Brother Lepol. Have a pleasant day.